Hello, my dear front-end developers. Welcome back to HTML5 and CSS3. And we're not learning HTML5 and CSS3 these days, so we're more inclined towards JavaScript and we're more inclined towards your syllabus, right? So I'll get quickly started with, we completed for loops and we completed conditional constructs using if, else, and switch cases, right? Okay. So now today we are going to start with the I suppose we are going to start with while today. So right, okay. So let's just quickly start it with while loop. And while you know that while has a construct, for example, while is a condition, right? It takes any condition. For example, this loop will run unless any condition which is given in here within the braces is true, right? Let's say, for example, I will say var val is equivalent to true. So this loop is going to run unless this val is true. So now if I say document dot write, right? So I'll say document dot write, right? So I will say hello world. So now unless the condition is true, so I'll say while val. So unless this val is true, so hello world is going to be printed. It's going to be an unending loop, right? So it's going to basically, disturb it. It's going to hang, or we can say it's going to, disturb the browser, right? So that's what basically the problem is, right? Okay. What I want this to be false maybe. I want this to be run for 10 times. I want this loop to be executed for 20 times and whatnot. So now let's see. I can declare a value here. So I will say var count is equivalent to 0. So the count initially is 0. I will print hello world and I will do right here. I will do count plus plus. So I'll do increment of count. It is going to print hello world. Increment count, or we can say increment count by, yes, increment count by one number. So first time it's going to print hello world, count becomes 1. Second time the loop 1 runs, count becomes 10, right? So how long do you want this loop to run? I will say while val is less than 10, or I want this loop to run from 0 to 10, means this is going to run for 11 times 0 to 10. Alright, so let us see now what is going to happen. Okay, I'm doing document dot write. Okay. So what I will do right here, we have this div id a wrapper. So I will say dollar hash wrapper, right? So I will say dot html. I'll not say dollar because we're not learning jQuery. My. I will say document dot get element by id, right, and that is going to be my wrapper dot, I will say HTML or anything, inner HTML, outer HTML, whatever you say, inner HTML is equivalent to, or I can say plus is equivalent to, right, because I want to keep the old value intact and I want to insert a new value. So I'll say hello, right? So let us terminate it. Alright, so let me close this and go back to the browser. Okay, we're not getting anything. Why? Just a moment. Var val is equivalent to true. So, okay, it's true and false, sorry. Alright, so I'll just do this. So, I'll say var val is equivalent to 0 initially. Alright, so let's see now. Not getting anything. I am doing something wrong. Val is less than or equivalent to 10. Right, so why are we doing count plus plus? Okay, my god, we have to do, let's not work with val, let's only work with count. Count is initially 0 when count is less than or equivalent to 10, right? So that's absolutely fine. Now we are not even getting this wrapper. So this is dest.html. Why aren't we getting wrapper here? That's what I'm facing, the problem that I'm facing. We're not even getting the wrapper here. Okay, let me take it to another browser. right? So now we are getting wrapper. Now we are doing this looping. Now let's run. Yeah, we are getting now hello, 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 hello. We can manage to have a br alongside the hello right here. Now you can say hello, 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 hello. Okay, now let me give it a padding. Let me give this padding of 10 pixels wrapper. Now you can clearly see you're getting it. Okay, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Why 11? Because it is less than or equal to 10. If you want only 10, so I will say 10, right? Okay, so because it starts with 0, right? And what else can we do with while? We can do many different things with while, right? For example, I will say while var while val is equal to true. So I will say val is equal to true. All right. So now it is going to enter. So val is initially true. Now when it enters while, is val true? Yes, val is true. You are going to write hello, right? And you are going to increment the count, right? So now I can say count is also 0, right? I can take it in if here. So I can say if, all right? Or we can do it like this also, right? So I'll say if count is equivalent to if count is equivalent to 10, what you got to do is you make val false. Now what is happening here? Val is initially true because it's a boolean value, right? It's going to print hello for it's going to print value for the first time. Is count 10? No, count is 1, right? Because first time you enter the while loop, count initially is 0. You enter the loop, count is incremented by 1, count becomes 1, right? So the loop will run, all right? So the moment count is equivalent to 10, the moment count becomes 10, you come out of the loop. How? Because you make while false. When it's done, what is val? Val becomes false, right? So now let's see whether it runs. Yeah, it's running as expected. So this is what we can do with the while as well. So this is how we can struct while values, right? And now we have do while as well, all right? What we can do, all right, you want to repeat it, right? If you want to repeat something, so you can repeat it by just using do, all right? Let me give you a demonstration of do as well. All right, so I will just say, let me get rid of this. So I can say, hey, I want to do something that is in this brace while, right, I is less than 10, right? So while value I, what am I doing? While I is less than 10, right? So unless I is less than 10, you got to do this, right? So I can say I initially is equal to 0, right? And now I will say document dot get element by ID, which is my wrapper dot HTML inner HTML plus is equal to y plus is equal to, you know that now, right? I will say hello, right? And now what I can do here, so I'll run this, all right? Okay, it's going to be an infinite loop here. I'll have to stop it because it's an infinite loop. Why? Because I is never going to be less than 10 because you have to increment I. Now you're incrementing I. First time it's going to do this, while it becomes less than 10. While it's less than 10, when it becomes less than or equivalent to 10 or greater than 10, it's going to come out of the loop. I have to break this unending loop and start. Now you can see you're getting hello, 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 hello for 10 times, right? So this is what while and do will do, all right? It's a very good option while learning, server-side scripting also, because we have to mix your designing skills with server-side scripting, because you're just a designer now. So to transform yourself from designer to a developer, it requires server-side skills, right? Let the dogs bark, right? All right, so let me show you a few more things regarding loops, right? Okay, let me show you a few more things regarding loops. For example, we have our cars, right? So we have few cars. So we have 4 cars, right? We have BMW as a car, we have Volvo as a car. It's a list. So we have let's say about Ford as a car, and we have also let's say about any car, so Suzuki as a car, right? So now this is my var car, so I'll say is equivalent to this, right? So if you want to loop through this, right, so you can loop through this using while. Now how do you make sure that while this is true? You want to get all the cars and you want to make it a dynamic loop, right? You want to loop through, right, them unless they are true. So for that, what I'll do right here, I will say var I equals 0. So I'm declaring I, initializing it with 0, right? I will say while cars of I. Now what is cars? Cars is BMW, Volvo, Ford and Suzuki. What's I? I is 0. What's the 0th car? So BMW, right? What is the first car? Volvo. Second, third. So this loop will run for 3 times. So while you are having something here, right, so you are going to fetch it and you are going to print it, but do not forget to increment I, so that when it basically reaches this, so and, or we can say it reaches end. All right, so I will say document dot get element by id, which is wrapper dot inner html plus is equivalent to let's say about cars, and I will say I of cars, right? So this is going to do my job, right? And I can say plus, hey, I need to break the line also, right? All right, so see this. So you're getting all the cars: BMW, Volvo, Ford and Suzuki. All right, if you want to get the serial number as well, so you can say here plus is equivalent to, right? So you can insert I, because I is getting incremented every time. So you can say I plus, give a bit of space here, and concatenate cars, right? Okay, let's see now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now 0, 1, 2, 3. Right, so you can initialize I with 1, so that is going to give you the correct serial number. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to run for 3 times only then, right? If you want to initialize it 1, then you have to do increment ahead of displaying the results, right? So now let's see what happens in while. While it is fetching data in I, what is cars? Cars is this. What is I? BMW. Increment I, print it. Now what is I? 1. Go and print this. What is I? This. What is I? This. So now after this 0, 1, 2, 3, after 3 is going to become false automatically. So while cars I means it's false. You can say, even write this true, right? You can. It's going to show you the same result, right? No, just a moment. I have done something pretty wrong. I is equivalent to I. Sorry, I is equivalent to 1. And I can say is equivalent to true here. So it means one and the same thing, right? I don't know. Maybe this works in Java. Okay, it doesn't work in here, right? So you'll have to start with 0. Okay, so now you're starting with 0. You're getting, fourth one is going to get undefined because you're doing increment ahead. So I will do increment here. Right, so now it doesn't matter you decrease or increase the cars, is going to run BMW, Volvo, Ford, Suzuki. For example, now it's going to be a dynamic loop. For example, if I increase it, I will say, for example, HYUNDAI Hyundai, right? So it's going to automatically come. It doesn't matter if I decrease or increase, so this is going to be a dynamic loop. So it's going to count list and, right, because it automatically becomes false, right? 0, 1. When there is nothing, and at the third element, it automatically becomes false, right? So that's what is happening. right here with this kind of. You can do the same with the for loop, right? If you want to make a dynamic for loop. So let me show you how do you achieve the same using a for loop. So I can say for, make an infinite loop. So this for is going to act as a while loop now, right? No condition, right? No increment, no condition, and only, you can say, right? So I'll just show you car. So this will become, there's no condition at all, right? So this is your for loop, right? What you are trying to say that we do not have any condition at all, my loop, all right? So this is how it is going to happen. While it's a replacement for while, I'm going to say that, all right? And let's see this now, all right? It's not giving us anything. Just a moment, for what is wrong here? It's showing us some error. What error is here? I is equal to 0, right? For cars, I suppose it doesn't work here, maybe, who knows, all right? We can, but it has to be there because there is no condition. Maybe it's not because oh, sorry, we're not learning jQuery here. Sorry. All right, so we skipped that jQuery. We are just stuck to the normal, what we can say, normal JavaScript here, right? So this is it. This is it. With a while is, you can make it dynamic, right? You can make it statically, or you can make it on the basis of true and on the basis of false. So those things, yeah, you could do that. So let me open your slide and see what else is pending. All right, so now we have some more functions. So we are going to learn some more built-in functions and whatnot. All right, we are going to learn break is there, for loop is there, switch is there. All right, and array iteration is there, right? If I show you array iterations, so you're going to enjoy that array iterations, right? For example, let me show you, and this is called as array iterations, right? So now what do you mean by iteration? For example, you have a list, or you have an array. This is element number 0, element number 1, element number 2, element number 3, and element number 4. So you want to iterate from here to here to here to here. This is called an iteration. This is called as an iteration. So let's say for each loop. Now how do you iterate? Through for each. All right, and it is going to be using for each. Yesterday we saw for in, now we are going to see for each right here. For example, we have var numbers, right, as an array. All right, so let's see, 45 is there, 4, 9, random numbers, 16, 20, 25, whatever. Okay, I just have this bad habit of forgetting is equivalent to terminators. Yeah, at times I don't terminate, and I do terminate everything in Python wherein I don't have to terminate. I don't know why. So I told you that there are many things, right? It doesn't work. Okay, fine, let's get started again using for each iteration. So let's get going with let's say about for each an iteration. So let me create a function. Keep your eyes wide open. So let's call this as my func, right? And this function is going to take 3 values, right? For example, it's going to take value, it's going to take index, and it is going to take an array, right? So for example, let's say about it takes 3. It's just the name given to, these are just variable names, right, given to function. That means whenever I call the function my func, I have to pass 3 arguments, right? Now what I do here is I'll say document dot get element by id, that is wrapper. We have this wrapper alone here dot inner HTML is equivalent to right. So I will say value, right? So I just pass a value here, and I'll say plus. Would you mind if you break the line? So now there is no loop in here. Do you see any loop? No. But I will have iterations. I'll run it through iterations using for loop, right? So I will say numbers dot for each. Now you can see numbers dot for each, and it's going to take this numbers in here. No, you are running numbers dot for each. Now you are running iterative function. For each will iterate through 45, 4, 9, all the values here, and will pass the value to you could say my func here. Right, so it's going to pass value to my func. So let us see what are we getting. Are we getting iteration, or aren't we getting? Right, now you can see we are getting the first iteration, which is the last iterative material, which is 25. Why are we getting last? Because we have to keep the old ones. For that we'll add a plus here. Plus means intact. Keep the old value intact and then add the new value. Concatenation. Alright, and this is iteration at its best, as easy as anything. Right, you may have to retrieve values from the database tomorrow. Maybe you're making a Facebook and you have to retrieve all the comments, or you may have to retrieve all the likes, all the wall posts. Maybe you may use JavaScript, and this is the best way to use iterations, right? Using for each, right? And having a desired decorated function, right? So very good, right? So let's get going with few more things regarding iterations. Right, you can even go with the array iterations. So we can do something like that. For example, if I want to add the numbers, right, we can add, we can multiply here, we can do all, right, whatever you can actually do. Right, so what do you want to, if you want to use, we have many different things right here. Func is we have map also. Let me show you the map even, right? Okay, let me go ahead and show you the map. So I don't want to go, okay, let me keep this my func just like this. So I will say return. It's going to accept only one thing. So I'll say we are going to accept only one thing, and TURN. I'm going to return multiplied by 2. I want to multiply. I want each and every element of my array to be multiplied by 2. Right? Like this, 45 into 2, 4 into 2, something like that. For that, we can do this. I can say var numbers, var result, var result is equal to numbers dot for each, no, numbers dot map. So I'm running this map here. Alright, I'm calling my function. Now you can see my func has been passed as a parameter to this map here. Right, and what you do, you return into 2. But what do you want to return? I want to return value into 2. So now see the magic of iteration. So I will say docu, or we can say alert. Let me just simply alert result. I'm going to get the last result here. So you can see now 98, 18, 32, 50, 98, 45 into 2, 90, 4 into 2, 8, 9 into 2, 18, 16 into 2, 32, 25 into 2, 50. Now you're exactly getting the same. So this map has been able to make you, right, iterate through each and every one of the member of, or each and every, not member, but each and every element of your array numbers, right? Otherwise, you had to loop, you had to use a normal for loop and then extract elements and add to, right? So that's going to be much hectic for you. Now this map function is going to do the job for you, right? And second is filter. The filter method creates a new array with an array element that passes the test. For example, if let's say if we are having value, any value which is greater than 8, I want to get the value which is greater than 8 here, right? Or let's say value greater than 18, right? 9 into 2, 18, yeah, 0, 1, 2. Second value is greater than 18, not greater than 18. So else every value except from 9 is greater than 18. So now for that, what I can do, I can use filter here. So filter is going to give me what is going to give a new array from elements with a value larger than 18. So it's going to only give me the values which are larger than 18. So let me see. 45 and 25 are greater than 18. Is 45 greater than 18? Yes. Is 25 greater than 18? Yes. Is 16 greater than 18? No. 9 is not. 4 is not. So now this filter condition can match. You can say I want to get prime numbers. For example, I want to get numbers which are divisible by 2. For example, return value modulus 2 is equivalent to 0. So I want to get those values, right, who are divisible by 2 right here. So I can do anything in filter. Now 4 and 16 is divisible by 2. 2 into 2, 4, and then you have 16 as well. 8 into 2, 8. 2 into 8 is equivalent to 16. So now see the magic. Or I want to see whose remainder is 0, right? So we can do this as well. Now you are getting no value right here. Okay, so the condition can be now anything, and you can filter an array on the basis of a condition using the inbuilt function of JavaScript, which is filter. Filter is always very good, and these are iterations. And after the filter is over, we have reduce. Reduce method will run a function on each array element to produce a reduce to it, right? It works right to left. I'll show you the demonstration. If I say reduce, right? And I want to say I am going to take let's say about total. Reduce may have total is there, value is there, and the index of array is there. Index means index of 45 is 0, index of 4 is 1, index of 9 is, right, 3, not 3, 2. So it's 0. Value is, I'll show you like this. So the first element is 45, but it is the value of numbers at element 0. Value of numbers at element 1 is 4. Value of numbers at element 2 is 9. And 3 is 16, and 4 is 25. So that is why when I call reduce, I have to pass the total, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and element wise, right? And index is basically 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 index, right? So that's what I'm passing here, and I will pass a complete array here. So now I can do a reduce here. I can say, hey, total plus value. I want to get total plus value. Will you please give me total plus value? Now I'm getting 99, right? So that's how it works. You are going to get the total and your value, right? 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. So now if you show 45 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 25, so that's how it works, right? And it will never ever reduce the original array. It's going to return a new array, right? And it works from left to right in the array, right? A reduce right, and there is reduce left also, right? So only reduce, when you type reduce, it's going to be reduce right. So it's going to happen from left to right. 25 plus 16 plus 9 plus 4 plus 45, right? And you can type reduce left and reduce right as well. Okay, so that was reduce for you. Okay, so now we have many functions like we have sorting down an array, right? So how can I miss the spatial sort of an array? For example, we have this numbers right here, right? And let me just alert. Okay, let me just say alert numbers. When I alert numbers, I'm getting 45, 4, 9, 16, 25. Or let me say the numbers are like this: 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 3. Right? So if you want to get them in the right order, I can say numbers, assign back to numbers, right? Numbers, numbers, numbers dot sort. So I can sort. Sort will give me the correct instance. You can see. Oh no, it has not given me. Just a moment. So I can say numbers dot sort. Why don't I alert them? Okay, like this. It should give me 10, 3. No, it's exactly giving me the same. Now what? Why? Okay, now yeah. Sort has to give me Let me first do a sort like this. So for example, I have A, and then I have C, then I have B. So I should get A, B, C after sorting. So yeah, now you can see it's correctly sorting it, right? So you can see I'm getting A, B, C, right? And if I have F, D, E in an array, so if I have to sort them, so I'll get A, B, C, D, E, F in a right order. So this is how your sort works. Yeah, you can reassign sort. You can say numbers is equivalent to numbers dot sort, and then you can print numbers directly in here. Now you're getting A, B, C, D, E. So this is how your sort works. Now can we reverse an array? Yes, we can even reverse an array. Alright, if I want to get it in the reverse order, E, D, F, A, B, or we have something like this, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Can we reverse it? So I can say dot VERSE, reverse, right? So now you'll get it in a reverse order, right? A, B, C, D. You can see A, B, C, D, E, F in a reverse order. So we can reverse an array, we can sort an array, and numeric sort is a bit different because I showed you the numeric sort. This is the character sort, or it is going to be the string sort. It's also going to do string sort for you. For example, we have BNA banana, and then we have CARROT carrot, and let's say about we are having what else, apple. All right, let me just go ahead. Now you can reverse this as well. Apple will come first, carrot will come afterwards, and banana, and you can do a sort here, right? So now let's learn the numeric sort. Now you can see apple, banana, carrot, A, B, C has been sorted out, right? Now if I want to do numeric sort, now how do you do numeric sort? For example, if I have 1, right, or we can say 5, 2, 4, 3, 1, right? We can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this sort is not going to sort the numeric 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's going to sort. I don't know why didn't it work earlier. Well, you can sort it as well, right? Numeric sort is going to happen in the same way, so that's not a problem, right? Comparison function has to be there. You can do many different things, right? And you can have points, right? You can even have buttons. For example, if you want to sort any value, for example, we have this wrapper here. We can have input type button, right? And I can say let's say about I want to sort alphabetically, right? So I can say value is equivalent to sort alpha sort alphabetically. So this button will sort my values alphabetically, and if I have second button, sort numerically, right? So here I'm going to have two buttons, right? One is sort alphabetically, another is sort numerically, right? So let's work with both the sorts here. Okay, let's go to JavaScript immediately, and let's say, for example, on click. So this is going to call on click, right? My func1 right? And this is going to call on click sorry, my func2, right? So this is also possible in sorting. So we can have two sorts, right? So let me go and create two functions. So I'll say function, right, my func1, right? And let me copy paste the same, and I will have my func2. So let me copy paste so that I don't have spelling mistakes in here. All right, so we have now two functions right here, myfunc1 and myfunc2. And initially what I'll do right here, I'll say var points is equivalent to, so we have some points. For example, we have let's say about 40, we have 100, we have 1, we have 5, we have 25, we have 10, right? So we have these points. It's just an array, normal array. And what I do right here, I will say document dot get element by id wrapper. So I will say dot inner HTML is equivalent to points. So let me display all the points here first. Alright, so we're displaying all the points 40, 100, 1, 5, 25 and 10. All the points are being displayed. So now I will go here, I'll type points dot sort. Alright, so I can do points dot sort here, and I can say the same here, document dot get element by id inner HTML I'll say inner HTML plus is equivalent to points. After sorting down the points, now let me see if I say sort alphabetically, or let me have a BR here. First what I do, plus is equivalent to BR break line and then points. So sort alphabetically. Now you can say 1 is coming first, 10 is coming. Let me have 2 BRs. And let me even get this completed. Right. Okay, let me complete this func2 also. Right, and here I will say, alright, sort. Both are doing the same sort. Sort alphabetically is doing the same, and sort numerically is doing the same. You can say that both are doing the same. But yeah, I want here something else. So func2 means sort, func1 means sort alphabetically, right? So in order to sort alphabetically, what I do right here, now see this magic here. So I can say points dot sort, right? But I am going to pass something within the braces of sort. I will say there has to be a function. I'm declaring a function in here, and it is going to take two values, a comma b, right? And we are going to return a minus b to this sort. So by this manner you are going to do sort numerically, right? So this alphabetic sort is not going to do anything. Prints, what's prints? Points. Now you can see it's basically alphabetic sort, and now what we have been able to do is numerical sort. So if you want to do alphabetic sort in any way, you can apply this technique right here, the function accepting two values and you reducing it back to what it was, right? It's basically going to return you the same array in the condition it was before. Alright, if you want to sort an array in the random order, so you can type this right here. You can go ahead with random, so which is going to be not a minus b, which is going to be returned. Alright, so what we are going to do here, 0.5 minus math dot random function. You can call a random function, is going to sort randomly right here. So sort numerically, exactly. So now you can see random sort, you are getting random values now, right? So this is going to sort random, we can say random, using the random method. You can use max, minimum is there, maximum is there, find is there, string objects are there, and many different things. Let me take a look at the timings first. Alright, so I suppose we have done enough for the day, right? And tomorrow we are going to learn some man, right? Or other functions like built-in and user-defined functions, right? Looping is done, I suppose. Now we have to learn pass int is done, eval, prompt, confirm, and pass float has to be done tomorrow, inshallah. So I'll see you guys, practice hard, and see you guys tomorrow in the same time. Right, and wish you guys a very, very good luck, and work hard and do pray for me. Bye bye, take care.